my color. It's like I'm trying.
We're not touching that.
Well, we can. I mean, he knows I am not shy about. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Anna Sothen with RVA Connected, and we're here in the studio. We're back in the studio because I've been gone for 2 weeks, and I was just talking about that. I got back from vacation, and I always joke that I don't like traveling with my husband, and people ask why, and I said because he arrives wrinkly, and they're like, "What his clothing?" I'm like, "No, his attitude." He does not. He's a CPA at heart, or he is a CPA
that says,
and a CFO, and so for him, everything, like if you say, "Hey, we're leaving at what time is it right now?" 11:22, like we should be taking off at 11:22, and if it's 11:23, the man is wondering why.
Not efforting at 11:27.
Correct.
We're working on it.
Yeah. So I said to him yesterday. Now, mind you, we've been up since 3 a.m. Right. So I've been up since 3 a.m., which was 9 o'clock our time, or 9 p.m. our time yesterday. So, anyways, so it's been a long day, and we're tired, and we're whatever. And I said, well, why don't you become the CFO of Alitalia, and you can tell them how to run things. Cooking the bear.
Next thing you know, can I speak to?
Can I speak to management? Can somebody get this woman?
No, I don't need the little management.
Yes.
I need the big management.
Yeah,
we don't need that guy who just became a manager. Right. I need to talk about this woman here.
So, but that's not what we're talking about today.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course you may.
We've had the conversation about if you want something that we talk about times and arrival times and punctuality.
Oh, right. Yes.
So I've never flown on Air Italia.
Okay.
I've never.
Okay.
Does it run on time?
We did.
It did. Because I don't know, kind of like the things that Italians.
Yes.
You're not
punctual.
Tied to time.
We are not.
Right. You may not start things, but they may go on.
Yes.
You're going to have a good time.
100%. Yeah. So we had an event on Friday, the Friday that we got there, and we were waiting for all of my cousins to arrive, and they were supposed to be there at 7:30. I think most of them ended up arriving by the time 9. So an hour and a half later.
Fashionably late.
But so if that had been me here, you and I joke, I always arrive 20 to 30 minutes earlier for an event. But there, the expectation is that you are late. It's called il dolce far niente. I was going to say la vita dolce, which is the sweet life, but no, it's il dolce far niente, which is the sweet doing nothing, literally translated, right? And so you just have this laid back attitude of we'll get there, we'll do the thing, and we're going to have a great time. But it's not like you have to be there at this certain time. Where my husband is very much, you have to be here. Yeah. If I sit down to dinner, my wine glass should be coming immediately afterwards. So we've talked about moving over there. And I said to him, I was like, maybe moving here is not a great idea for you.
No,
because he's lived in the US his entire life. So he only experiences in very short periods, right? So 2 weeks is the most he's ever been there. But that's hard for somebody who's been very diligent and on time, and the expectation of things running efficiently. They don't run efficiently over there.
I've thanks to the Uncle Sam's Army, I've traveled extensively.
Yeah.
Not the way of a real tourist, not in the traveling in a nice sense.
Right, yeah.
Not in a nice
You've been to locations.
Right.
You haven't traveled to
the mode of transportation to get there was
I've done that. I've done air cargos.
But not the best.
Not the best.
If you want, and we always joke to say, if you want something done on time, you don't go get the Spaniards or the Italians. No. You don't go get them.
You get the Germans.
If you want it to run on time, having lived in Germany, you go get the Germans.
You get the Germans.
It may not be a great time. I
Right.
mean, it might,
but it's going to run and
on
it's
time,
efficient.
and it's going to be ending on time.
Yes.
Now, what happens during that time? Who knows?
Correct.
Now, when you go to the other locations, and you could throw my people in there as well, it's going to start at 4, which is what it says. Nobody believes that.
Correct.
We're going to, because I told you there was an event that I went to, and I showed up early, and next thing they started looking, thinking I was a volunteer.
Right.
And
they want you to do the things.
Can you do short of? Can you go to the store?
Right. Can you go get the bag of ice that we forgot to pick up?
Yeah, and go get that. So here, if you want something on time, go get the Germans to do it.
Correct.
Now 100%. I'm not going to say how it's going to be,
right,
or great time, but now if you come with my people, your people, and some Spaniards, oh, you're gonna have a good time.
You're gonna have a blast.
And then everybody's gonna wonder. It said it ended at 7.
Oh no!
Why are we ending? Why is it over so quick? Maybe you shouldn't have came at 6.
Right.
I'm just. If
it ends at 7, you're actually there probably until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and then the time is not. Because you just have a great time.
Okay. Do you guys take little kid parties and turn them into adult parties?
Well, no. I mean, no.
Not that one. Okay.
I mean, they're family parties, right? And so everybody's there.
Well, when the baby turns 3 years old, it is a baby's party at 2 p.m. But then it turns over to an adult thing.
Yeah.
It ends up at midnight.
Yes. Yeah.
No, you guys don't do that?
No, we do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But I didn't come from that kind of family, though. Like my family was, no. Like my mother and father were not those people.
Gotcha.
I had cousins who, that was their modus operandi. They operated like that.
Gotcha.
So Anna Sothen is back.
I'm back in the country, not fully mentally back, because it's even Paula was like, "You look different." And I was like, "That's because I'm tired. My brain is tired, and I have to get back into it."
Before we got some things to talk about, but before we get to, we pull up the magazine, ma'am.
Oh, the yes. So while I was gone, so I read it somewhere, I saw it somewhere. They said that the biggest flex,
it's the biggest flex, like
a millionaire does,
flexing on
is
people.
is to sponsor an event and then not show up.
Exactly.
For it. The fun part for me is the showing up for it. Like that's the part. Like I really did have. I mean, I was in Italy for 2 weeks, so don't get me wrong, but I had FOMO for the events that I was missing here because I wanted to be here. But
you go to a lot of events.
I do go to a lot of events, and I arrive early and I stay late and I help and I do all the things. But one of the things that I did while I was gone is I sponsored 100 Men of Color.
Yes.
Which I love. It's a huge event that highlights and honors men of color that are doing great things in our neighborhood, like in our communities.
Yes.
Right. So like the mayor was
one of the honorees. We had a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, like there was a ton of people. Like I'm going through that. I'm like, I know a lot of these people. Like my great friend, I love him. Philip Noel was sponsored. My friend's husband, Farah, like her husband was honored. Yeah. So like it's amazing. But I got to sponsor it, and huge flex, millionaire flex here. I sponsored it and then didn't even show up. I mean, not that I didn't show up.
You showed up. You did show up.
But I did show up. Look at this, y'all.
Yes. A full page.
A full page. So here's Mike. Here's me. Like, that's amazing. I'm going to post this all over the place. That's huge. And it's beautiful.
It was a flex.
It is a huge
flex. I
flex.
expected we were going to be on the back cover.
Okay.
And then when I didn't see us,
yeah,
we were going to share the back.
Yeah, okay.
But then when I opened it up,
so much better. I like this so much.
People were like, "Oh,
Mr. Archer, thank you."
Yes, thank you, June Archer.
June Archer, who puts this amazing event
because
together.
You were with us. Well, your daughter said you got invited to the cookout last time.
Yes.
Now you let her know. I'm one of the sponsors of the cookout.
I'm one of the sponsors of the cookout.
You're the sponsor of the cookout.
So I did this, and then I also sponsored Richmond Public Schools. They did through the 5756 Foundation.
Oh, shout out to our good friend.
Yeah. So they were doing I don't even know. It was like, he was like, "Hey, do you mind sponsoring it?" So sure. So I was on a golf course sponsoring an event for an event that I did it twice. I went on vacation for 2 weeks.
That's the ultimate flex, ladies and gentlemen. That's sponsoring things. And then we're coming up to something this week.
Yes, I'm so excited because it's Code Black. So share with people exactly what Code Black is.
So Code Black is the so good friend Erica Harper, Coach E. She's going to have it is a wealth management financial summit. We're going to be there. It is Friday at one of those hoity-toity golf courses.
Stonehenge
golf course. Oh, that's what it is?
Yes.
Okay. And it's Thursday and Friday. Thursday night is the gala.
Yes.
And
we get to get all fancied up.
Getting fancied up. Yeah. I'm the MC.
Yeah.
But I pulled in Joanna Smith as because I didn't want to, like,
yes. Well, she's really good at events.
And you're not. I'm not.
I mean, that's her. That's her.
That's her thing.
That's her thing.
But then on Friday's where the magic happens.
Yes.
You're going to have speakers. Will Melton is going to be talking AI. You're going to be talking about being the human Rolodex.
Yep, and marketing
and all those things. So it's talking, and we're going to have Joe Oliver is going to be there.
Yep.
As well. She's going to be talking PR, and they're going to have a lineup of speakers. It isn't all the event. It is sold out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
That's what it is. So that's sponsoring things when we see things in the community that are making a difference, and that's why I rock with her.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and the reason I wanted to be involved in it is because people do need to realize that, especially a small business owner. And I was reading a book, and now I can't sell like crazy, I think is what Sabi Suri, I think is the name. I'll tell you specifically, but it talks about how marketing your business, right? And so how do you do that? And a lot of people will say, I grow my business by word of mouth, which is great. But that's you're putting a lot of expectations on your customers to go out. Like if somebody builds you a pool for that person then to go out and share all your information, and your information being accurate.
Yes.
That's the other thing, right? And so when it comes to marketing, yes, word of mouth is a part of your marketing plan, but it's not the only thing that you should be doing. Print advertising, radio advertising, sponsoring events in your community, making sure, going back to the accuracy, making sure that your information is accurate no matter where people look, right? Your website, your social media platforms, your Google business profile. Like Google business profile is powered by 50 different websites. Think of like Yelp, Waze, WebMD, Siri, Alexa, Apple, like all of that. And so if you have, let's say your physical address for your location is 123 Main Street, right? And on your website, street is spelled out, but on your Google business profile, it's ST period. And then over here on Yelp, it's ST period or whatever. When somebody goes and does a search for whatever your business is, right? And let's say again, pool, construction near me, and we use ChatGPT now more than we use Google, but ChatGPT is going out and trying to find that information for anybody that with this SEO and AI words, right? How did I pull that information in? Well, then it's going to go and be like, well, this address is this thing. This address is this thing. It could be the exact same name for the business, but the information's incorrect. And it's something that minute.
You sound like the Google gal, Lizzie Morrow.
Yes. So, Lizzie and I partnered together a lot, right? But that's super important. So because those engines are working 24/7 when you're sleeping at night and somebody wakes up because now all of a sudden they have an inkling to have a pool. They're not doing that research at 12 o'clock in the afternoon when they're working. It's when they're sleeping at night or not sleeping. And now they're doing this Google search and your information's incorrect. And so what that does is it builds mistrust. Psychologically for the consumer, it builds mistrust for your business. But when they go and they look and they find your information on your Facebook profile, your Yelp profile, your Instagram, and all of the information is correct, that builds instant trust.
I hadn't looked at it that way.
Yes. And so people don't realize that, and they're like, oh, I just word of mouth, or oh, I just do this. Well, that's great. But again, when it comes to marketing, it's a this and that, not a this or that, right? Which is why it's super important for me. Like people are like, oh, you're like, you make fun of me. Oh, you're part of BNI. You're part of that thing. That's a huge network.
It is. And I make fun of it because I don't have the discipline to make it work.
I don't have the discipline, and which is why I needed that program because it's very disciplined, right? And so, but that's a huge network. That is part of my marketing plan. Being part of different chambers is my marketing plan. Doing radio shows is part of my marketing plan. Going out to networking events, all of those things, sponsoring events, all of that is part of your marketing, right? And you should be, when you think about marketing, when you're looking at your budget, it should be, people say if you want your business to stay status quo. So let's say you earn $100,000 a year in your business, right? And you want it to maintain that. You should be spending about 10% gross, not net. So about $10,000 annually in marketing. If you just want to stay at the 100 grand every year, I'm good with that. I don't want to grow. If you want to grow, we're talking 30 to 40%. So now that 10 grand has become $30,000 or $40,000 of the $100,000 you made, because you made $100,000 this year, but next year you want to do 500,000.
A lot of times people don't look at that. Well, I've told people enough. No,
you haven't.
Yeah. Walmart is on TV and everybody knows where Walmart is.
Right.
Everybody
knows what McDonald's does. Does anybody who's confused that McDonald's sells hamburgers?
No.
I was in Italy. McDonald's was telling me it sells hamburgers. But it continues to tell me that it sells hamburgers because the second they stop, their competitors get their market share.
And that's for sure. And what people don't want to do is market share.
Absolutely
The Burger King fired the Burger King.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't producing.
Yeah.
People want to know, how does Chick-fil-A do what they do in 6 days that everybody else does in 7?
Correct.
They're good at what they do.
It, right? And you can't be good at everything. And that's the other thing when it comes to marketing. Like, I am great at being a salesperson and bringing businesses on. I'm not great at the other parts, right? So that's why I have somebody who writes my content. That's why I have somebody who does my social media posts, because that's not my zone of genius. Figure out what your zone of genius is and then pay somebody else to do the other things, because you're going to run more efficiently that way. If it takes you putting on an event would literally take you 5 years to do.
Yes.
Right?
And it would be a hot mess.
And it would be a hot mess. And this is no judgment. But this is I never want to put on an event. I want to show up like the bride who shows up at her wedding. Everybody else took care of it.
And on top of that, working with, I got the best event planner. Joanna Smith is excellent. I still have to show up early for her things, and she's doing everything.
Yes.
I want to show up as a guest.
Right. Yeah.
When the guests show up, that's the part when I want to show up. And it's the reason that I try not to have events.
Yes.
Because of that. That is not my thing.
Right. So I call it your zone of genius, right? And so when it's not your zone of genius, but it's an important part of your business, you hire somebody to do that. Like, you hire a bookkeeper. Why? Because it's going to take you 6 hours to sit down and do your books every single month, where a bookkeeper, it takes them 20 minutes. They reconcile your books and they send you your P&L at the end of the month, right? So when it comes to marketing, you have to think bigger. And so that's what I'm here to help businesses do, is really help grow your brand and your presence in the communities that we serve, all here in Richmond or elsewhere. If you say, hey, I have a business out in Florida, I can help you in Florida. But I really that's what I'm passionate about, is I want your business to be the first business that somebody thinks about when they say, hey, I need. That's why I talk about, well, I'm the human Rolodex, because I want people to say, hey, I need, and whatever it is at the end of that sentence, whether it be, I need a new baseball coach. Like, can you help me? Somebody, like, my son wants to learn baseball. Can you give me a private coach? Yeah, absolutely. I know somebody. Right?
I know somebody.
We do know somebody, right? We ran into them.
There's a value of
absolutely
knowing the person.
Of knowing the people. And knowing the business owner, where I can say, hey, I can put you directly in contact with the owner of XYZ company, right? Because that carries weight. And because my name is behind it, then that person is going to take care of that new client in a different way. Not that you should take care of clients differently, right? But there's a certain level of expectation that comes.
For you to get that new client, it costs you X amount of dollars to acquire.
Absolutely.
This one was, the client was walked into your building. And it came in.
And they put your hand in their hand.
And next thing you know, so that is the value of that, of being taken care of.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I do. So that's why I call myself the human Rolodex, because I truly do. Where somebody says, hey, I just lost my job. Do you know anybody who's hiring? I did that for a friend. And then within that week, I got her 5 different interviews at 5 different companies.
It works.
It works, right? That's what I do. And so if you want to be partnered with somebody who's literally every day that they're out there doing things, going to the networking events, looking out for you, then we should definitely connect.
There you go.
So anyway, all right. So I am back. I'm here, physically here. I will be back mentally probably by next week. But if you want to, we'll live stream probably Code Black.
From Code Black.
Yep, on Friday. But if there's any events that you want to come to, I'm going to an event tonight. I think I have 2 more this week and then a couple next week. But if you want to come, Do what I did. I mean, the people know who I am because I rode Mike's coattails. And I say that all the time. People know who I am because of him. And so I want to be able to do the best flex you can do is to lean back and offer a hand for those who are coming up. So I want to do that for you.
There's a saying in NASCAR, they talk about driving like you stole it.
Yes.
And that's what we do. So, if the person opened the door for me,
yep.
She came in, the next person pulling people along. That is the value of being in the right room.
Yeah, absolutely. And being in the connected to the right people.
Yes.
And not just looking to take. That's the other thing, right? What can you give? What can you give? Because it's going to be 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. You help somebody do something that then, 6 degrees down, something comes to you that would not have come to you because of the fact that you.
So I saw Lene the other day. Is that how you say her name?
Lene? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I love her.
And she says to me, I just got to tell you, thank you. And you know what? When you hit me up and called me that time, I thought I was doing something.
Yeah.
Okay, so here a lady comes in with the Pink Chair Project, which they offer a chair
recliners for people who are having
mastectomies.
Yes, mastectomies. Because
it's nice. I mean, we were there that day.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
nice. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really register that day.
It didn't affect us at that moment. Right.
But now 6 months later,
mm-hmm.
I see a Facebook post. I see it one day. I instantly write to her and say, have you ever heard? And she said to me, I got off the phone. I with Anna. And it was funny when she saw me that day. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Then I go back and look at the message. And she said, I talked to Anna yesterday.
Yeah.
And she holds up a picture of her in the chair with remote control after having a surgery.
Yeah.
And when she told me that day what it meant, I'm like, wow.
And so that has nothing to do, like, we do that because that's our personality. That's who we are. Right. And that doesn't affect us. It affected somebody that we love and care about. And so they were blessed in that. But that comes back to us tenfold.
Yes.
Right. And so when you have that giver's gain mentality, when you have that let me do for others, that service heart, it will come back to you.
There you
a
go.
lot of businesses we just have to shift the conversation, I think. I read that book while I was on vacation, sitting next to the Mediterranean Ocean or Sea. And I'm super excited about what's the rest of 2026.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
And my tan. Y'all like it? I did get burnt though.
She can go to the cookout.
I can go to the cookout. So thank you guys. Yes.
For a while. I don't know, but if you sponsor it.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there.
Even after it wears off.
Right, exactly. I can still come.
You can still come because you're a sponsor.
Exactly.
Right.
But make sure you guys tune in next week because I actually have, Bon Secours has the first women's surgery team. And I have I got 4 surgeons who are because I know people, Mike. And somebody came up to me, Joe Wilkins, who's a dear friend of mine, comes up to me and he was like, hey, we have the first team of 4 female surgeons. Do you mind bringing them onto your radio show? And I was like, I got you, man.
That should happen when he's the president.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Joe Wilkins.
Yeah.
But I don't know him like that.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
He's offering up 4 surgeons.
Yeah. I got 4 surgeons to be in the same place at the same time. Like, how amazing is that?
And that's, you're here next Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay, well, you got to roll solo.
Yes.
What am I doing?
I don't know. No, this is Anna's show. Here we are on the mic with Mike. No, but we are here at 106.1 ESPN Richmond, Mike King Biz, Call Federal studio. Thank you guys for joining us. And tune in next week because, like I said, I've got 4 dynamic surgeons who are going to come on the first female surgery team. Which is absolutely amazing. So I can't wait for you guys to hear from them. Have an amazing week. And as always, stay fluid, my friends. I'm always cheering for you. Love you. Bye.